Have you ever wanted to go on a heartfelt journey in the lives of your loved ones and newfound acquaintances? Do you enjoy listening and engaging in uplifting discussions that leave you motivated and inspired to take action in your own life? This podcast is a space where we have in-depth conversations on family, health, spirituality, entrepreneurship, and well, just plain old life. I'm Jesse De Leon, and this is my passion. Join me on a walk into the fascinating narratives and meaningful conversations that shape our experiences. Welcome to The Knowing, a Life and Stories podcast. Good day, everyone, and welcome back to The Knowing, a Life and Stories with me, Jesse De Leon, as your host. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Are you spoiled? That was a question that was asked at a birthday party I went to on Saturday. And it's actually, it was a crawfish bowl. And so it's actually the end of crawfish season right now. And so everybody's trying to get their last hoorah in for crawfish. Now, I don't eat those things. I used to, but I got really sick when I was a teenager. I was just overeating. And really, I think I might have eaten a half a sack of crawfish, if not more. And I really haven't touched it since, except for when my friend Michelle prepares crawfish. I don't know what she does. She has a secret touch to it. And it just, I can eat hers. And she puts it in a little pasta, like what they call crawfish Monica over here. It's when like a kind of like a cream sauce and pasta and crawfish. And it's pretty tasty. But anyway, as the evening progressed along, the question was posed. And the host of the party, the birthday boy, his wife hosted the party for him. Stephanie did. And he said, "Jesse, are you spoiled?" And I said, and before I could say anything, Stephanie said, "Yes, he's spoiled. Rich spoiled him a lot." And Rich, for all of you who don't know who that is, that was a really special person in my life. He was my partner for 15 years and we're still great friends today. And yes, he spoiled me in many ways, but with love, with affection, with his brain. I just love really smart people that can teach me, can show me, whose brain I can pick when I need to enhance my own brain and intelligence level. Well, I asked ChatGPT what the definition of spoiled means. And this is what ChatGPT said. Spoiled means something has gone bad or decayed, like food that is no longer safe to eat. It can also describe a person who is overindulged and behaves entitled and selfishly. Well, no, I'm not spoiled. I take it back. Wow. Well, I really didn't understand. I really didn't think spoiled meant entitled or selfish, but I guess there are different levels and different types of being spoiled. And yes, we've even heard the phrase spoiled rotten. And that sort of, I guess, refers back to like what the first part of the definition was about food being decayed or having gone bad. What I feel and what I said about being spoiled was, yes, I'm spoiled in that my parents spoiled me, showered me with love, affection, with encouragement, with the belief that I could accomplish anything I set my mind on. I could go anywhere I chose to go if I worked hard and saved money and set that goal for myself. They also spoiled me with so much love. They were always teaching me about life, and spoiled to me meant how much love that they gave to me. I also said my brothers and sisters spoiled me. I have the best siblings. I have been so loved, so cared for, so nurtured, so protected. I have felt so secure and so safe in my relationships with my siblings. I was the youngest son, number 8 of 10. I know I've mentioned that many times before in the show. And I was just so blessed to actually have been the younger son, because as the younger son, you're kind of treated like a little prince. And I was spoiled in that I was treated like a little prince. Like I said, the attention that I received and the affection that I received, the encouragement I received, the love I received. Now, how did being spoiled serve me? And I went on to say this at the all of those things that I mentioned earlier about being spoiled, the cause and effect of that, what I received, it gave me a sense of confidence in myself that I believed that everyone was going to like me, even if they didn't think they liked me or wanted to like me, they were going to like me. I had this sense of, I wanted to know everyone. I wanted to introduce myself to everyone. I wanted to experience as much as I could experience. And I remember, early on, my parents said, "Oh, make sure you make eye contact and make sure you shake a person's hand when you greet them. Make sure that if you're sitting at a table and someone comes to your table, you rise from the table and shake their hand and say hello." All these things were part of being spoiled, right? The time and the attention that was given to all the details. My sister Estelle, I remember, when I was getting ready to go to college and I wanted to, rush for its fraternity, and she said, "Make sure that when you start introducing yourself, you be the first to extend that hand, give a firm handshake, make eye contact, and say, 'Hi, I'm Jesse DeLeon. I'm from New Orleans.'" And she said, "You're going to see how that puts a smile on people's faces. It gives them a sense of, I can trust this guy. He's making eye contact. He's got a firm, strong handshake, and he's smiling at me when he says hello to me." And so when you do that, when you make the eye contact, smile, a firm handshake, or a hug, even I hug everybody, guys and girls, I hug them all. I feel that is almost like the best way, if not the best way, to break the ice, to help someone feel comforted and to help them feel like you're interested in them. And so yes, again, I was spoiled, but the best part of being spoiled was in the way that I was loved. And I want to just bring that point, magnify that point and bring that point home in this episode. Is when we're loved, we feel a great sense of joy, and a great sense of being important and being cared for and feeling safe. And so I am happy to say, and I was proud to say, that I'm spoiled, because for me it meant a good thing. And again, there are different experiences and different ways to be spoiled. And someone in the group said that, we baby boomers, our generation, we were given so much opportunity, and we were blessed to have certain privileges because of that opportunity, and did quite well in our endeavors. And as we began to have children, the baby boomers tended to want to give more, to have their offspring, their children not have to work as hard, or be as focused on their future as much as we wanted to give them so much, and overindulge them, and do things for them. I remember when a mother brought her her daughter in for a haircut, and the daughter says, "Mom, I'm thirsty." And the mother is my age, my generation, and she said, she just jumped up and she goes, here's your bottled water, and, "Oh, here, let me open it for you." And the child, the teenage daughter, expected her to do that. And I just remember thinking, "Oh my, what hope do we have for the future, if we're overindulging a young human in that way?" And so this person at the party said, "I did it. My friends have done it. And because of it, the kids, their children who are now in their 20s and 30s, don't work as hard as we feel we did." And so there is a fine line between spoiling your children with love and spoiling your children with a sense of entitlement and indulgence. And I think that we can do both. I think that we can indulge and we can spoil with love. And it was an interesting topic to have at the party. And we sort of went around the room and expressed how they might be spoiled. So that's why I wanted to bring this to the forefront today and remind you that we don't have to spoil with monetary things. We don't have to spoil or be spoiled with with objects, with things that are expensive. We can certainly give a gift that comes from the heart, from love, even if it is expensive, even if it's not expensive. It really doesn't matter. It's how it's presented, right? It's how it is received. And if we can do that with the focus of love, then I'm spoiled. And I want you to be spoiled. And I want us to be able to spoil and shower those whom we know and love with that great gift of being spoiled with that kind of affection. I will say that the other point I wanted to make is I've been so privileged and so blessed to have experienced many, many beautiful things throughout my life, to have gone to many beautiful places, vacations, both here and overseas. I dreamt of that as a child, growing up as a teenager and on the farm in Mississippi and here in New Orleans. And never in my imagination, in my dreams, that I think that I was actually going to get to do it. But I was always dreaming. I was always setting goals for myself. And I knew that I wanted to see certain places and meet certain people. And I've been blessed to do that. And I believe that for me, being able to have the confidence to walk up to someone that seems interesting or to join in on a conversation with a group of people who seem interesting, that to me it has helped me. It has opened many doors for me. And I will tell you that many times, as outgoing as I am, as outgoing as I seem, and as confident as I seem, I'm that insecure as well. I mean, going to a party sometimes for me is a little bit tough because I'm thinking, what am I going to talk about? Am I going to have something interesting to bring to the table, to add to the conversation? And what I tell myself is, yes, I am. Yes, I can. And yes, I will. And the easiest way I find to do that is ask someone about themselves, about what their interests are, about what drives them, about what moves them and motivates them and inspires them. And also just being a good listener. And I found myself making my way around the room and just introducing myself to people I had not yet met, and then saying hello to people that I did know. And I don't know why I always get nervous at first, but when I talk to myself and remind myself that I am a kind person, that I'm a loving person, that I am a loved person, and that I want to focus on listening, then it always makes for a great experience, joining groups of people at a party, at an event, and not feeling insecure and not feeling intimidated. And one more thing, I went to lunch with my friend Lachlan, and he said, Jesse, I'm a very confident person. He says, and I know that some people are intimidated by my confidence. And he says, and I don't like that. That's how some people receive that. And he says, you intimidate people. And I said, wow, well, I hope I don't intimidate people in a way that's negative. And of course, intimidate, the word, it has its negative connotations for certain. But I hope that what my confidence does, I hope that it draws people to me because I want to know you. I want to meet you. I want to learn from you. So let's be open and let's engage. Let's really listen and let's focus on love and how love can serve us in a way that broadens our horizons. And so once again, am I spoiled? Yes, I am. And I hope you are too. Until next time, keep praying for me. I'm praying for you. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.